I'm going to be making the gingerbread cookie tree Christmas wreath. It'll be red and white and have some accents of mint green. The first thing you're going to want to do is grab your wreath base and put the larger outer circle facing downward. The inner smaller circle will face up. You grab your zip tie and find a crossbar in the wreath and attach. I've already got mine attached. Attach the zip tie just till you hear a couple clicks. Attach it to the crossbar, hear a couple clicks, and then you can come back and snip this off later. When you go to attach it, you want to feel the zip tie in the rough side will go toward the center. So that'll be where your wreath hangs from, and also the center of the top of the wreath. The next thing you want to do is grab these ties and pull them up straight, put them together, pull them up straight. Just keep them out of your way as you work on the wreath. I started doing this a little bit earlier. Okay, so after that's done, we're going to start attaching the mesh. And the mesh gets attached 2 pieces per each tie. And you'll take your mesh, start working from each end and roll it towards the center, and then just smash it to the center, pinch it in the center. If it gets a little crooked, you can straighten it by pulling the opposite end till it's pretty much even, and then put it in one of these ties to temporarily hold it until you get your other piece rolled and ready to attach to the wreath. Again, you start at each end, start rolling toward the center, smash it at the center, and then you can pull opposite ends to straighten it up so it's a little more even. You pinch it in the center, grab your first piece, hold them both together in the center. I like to put the flat side downward, so when you grab them, put both flat side downward, and then you're going to start attaching these to the center circle of the wreath, and you're going to cross them, cross the center circle from the outside edge to the inside edge with these pieces of mesh. You push these down pretty good. Again, you got the flat part on the back, the curls go on top. Push these down pretty good in the center. Grab your ties and twist them close to the bottom at least 2 times, and save your upper portion of the tie will be where you can add your ribbons to. And just work your way around the center. Again, you take your piece of mesh. It already likes to roll back up because it was on the roll so long. And roll it towards the center. Pinch it in the center. Put the flat side on the bottom. Attach it to one of the ties temporarily till you grab your next piece. Same thing. Roll it from the outside toward the inside. You get close, kind of smash it. Always straighten it out. Make sure you're attaching both of them, the flat side on the lower part. And just work your way around the wreath. I've pre-rolled some of my pieces so the video is not so long, so I'm going to just go ahead and fill this one up pretty good. The wreath bases have between 15, I've seen 15, 16, and 19 ties. So as you're going around, you'll have 16 sets, 16 bundles of mesh. So if you've got one with less, you can just add your extra pieces wherever you want. And if you got one that's got 19, just spread the mesh out evenly. The wreaths are all the same size, other than the ties can vary. But 16 bundles is plenty to give this wreath plenty of volume. After the mesh is all attached to the center, the next step will be adding the Christmas gingerbread tree to the wreath. And what you're going to need for that is the 2 pipe cleaners and the little square 3M sticky plastic. It's a plastic sticker that you can stick on the back of the Christmas tree, so you can add a pipe cleaner and attach the Christmas tree to the wreath itself. This piece is not going the right way. Last piece was broken. These red ties are very fragile. Some of them are a lot stronger than this, but that piece was missing, so I had to tie it extra tight. So to do the outside mesh, you're going to roll it the same way. Roll it from each end, smash it together in the center, put 2 pieces together. Flat part goes on the back still. And then you attach it the same way as the wreath. Instead of crossing the frame, go the same way as the outside edge. And then you can fluff the wreath as you go. Wait till you're all done. It's going to get moved around a little bit anyway. And then you'll notice you'll have some straggling pieces that are hanging off. Even some of the metallic strips will be hanging off. That can all get trimmed as a very last step, because it likes to snag, get stuck, caught on each other, caught on the ribbon, the wire for the ribbons also. So I usually just wait until I'm all the way done to go ahead and trim that up and make it look nice. And you can layer your mesh however you want it, or mix the colors around. I like to just try to make sure there's not a bunch of the same stuff stuck together in one area. A layer which alternate what color goes on the inside or what color goes on the outside. once this is done, you go ahead and grab those 2 pipe cleaners and the 3M sticky plastic attachment. You're ready to put them on your tree. You'll find the center of the wreath again where the hanger is. Keep track of that because you want to hang your tree to where it's centered on the wreath. You turn the tree over, and there's a picture hanger looking thing already attached. Feed a pipe cleaner through it about halfway. Then just twist it a couple times so it doesn't slide around as much. And then I've already attached my foam plastic 3M piece. You peel the sticker off the back and just stick it on the back of the tree about an inch above where the tree trunk starts. Then you can feed a pipe cleaner right through the attachment. Pull it up about halfway, twist it a couple times, and then you can flip this over. It can get attached to the ties or the wreath base itself, and you can put it in there loosely, go back and tighten it up later if you want to, if you're not sure it's straight or you think you might need to move it around later. I think on this one I might have to go through that broken tie a little bit to keep it near the center along with the crossbar back there. Trying to keep this one as close to the center as I can. My broken tie's not doing me many favors. So I've got it attached to the crossbar and one of the ties. You can just attach it to the wreath frame or just the tie, it doesn't matter. So it's on there pretty good. And then you've always can go back and adjust it. And then attach it to the bottom either by the tie or the wreath frame itself. Twist it a couple times. Then you can go back and fluff the wreath up a little bit. Keep your ties out because that's where the ribbon will get attached to next. A lot of this likes to get stuck behind the metal sign. You can just push it out. I leave the bottom a little bit smashed in because the bow's going to go down there next. Okay, so we've gotten the first step of the wreath done. So next we'll be doing the bow and the ribbon attachments.